Hey, how are you doing? Welcome back to the channel and thank you again for coming to join me. A couple of videos ago, I asked a really important question about business strategy. And that is, what do you do? And the importance of being very, very specific about the things that you do to help your clients. And once you've defined that, there's another question that goes hand in glove with that, which is, who do you do it for? And again, this might seem like a really obvious question, but the number of times I speak to clients and work with organizations and they'll say, well, we can work with pretty much anyone, which might technically be true, but it's really not helpful with business development, because if you try to work with everyone, if you try to appeal to everyone, and if you try to make everyone your client, you won't actually really appeal to anyone. You'll be very generic. They won't be able to tell you apart from other very similar organizations that work with the same people as you work with. And as with the what do you do, you end up in a race to the bottom on price. You're just another one of very similar organizations who they get to choose between. And to be honest, it'll generally come down to who's got the best commercial offer, who's got the best price. That's not a great business development strategy. If you can be very specific about the sorts of people that you want to work with, the types of clients that are right for you, then it becomes much more powerful, because not everyone is the right client for you. Not everyone is willing to pay the sorts of price that you would like to charge for the services that you do. And that's fine, because those people, if people look at what you do and then look at the price you want to charge for it, and they go, well, we think you're too expensive, that's fine. They're not your people. Those aren't the people you want. You don't need everyone. You don't need all the people. You just need the right people. And the people you need to find are the ones for whom the unique thing that you are the very best at is something they're willing to pay a lot of money for. A simple way to think of this is think about cars. If you manufacture a Skoda Octavia, a Ford Mondeo or something like that, mass-produced and will appeal to a lot of people. But as cars go, the price is quite low, and when you look at them across their competition, there's not an awful lot to separate them from BMWs, Audis, Volkswagens, etc., etc. It comes down to either price or just which brand the client happens to prefer, the person buying the thing happens to prefer. They're trying to appeal to an awful lot of people all in one go. Think about Ferrari. Think about Lamborghini. They charge 5-10 times the price of a Ford Mondeo or a Skoda Octavia for their products, and they're not right for everyone. Not everyone is going to buy that product, but everyone knows what that product is. Everyone knows what that company is the best at. Everyone knows that Ferrari, Lamborghini don't make an entry-level model, or if they do, it's still hugely expensive because it's a fantastically engineered sports car. They don't make a small runabout for somebody to nip to the shops in and pick up the weekly shopping. They're making high-end performance cars, and that's what they're known for. So the audience for those products is very, very specific, and that's who they advertise to. That's who they pitch to. They put their message in front of places where those people are likely to see it. And they sell, and they have waiting lists, and they are known for doing the thing they do by the people who have the money to pay for that product. Similarly, watches, nobody has to ask what Rolex do. Everyone knows what Rolex does, and people will pay $5,000, $10,000 plus to own a Rolex watch. Casio, Seconda, very different, appealing to the mass market, charging much less for it, and an adequate product for sure. You know, the high end doesn't matter to everyone, but they've got something for everyone, and there's an awful lot to choose from in that end of the market. When you're looking at high-end watches or high-end sports cars, it's very, very different. There are people who will pay the price for those products. They don't negotiate. There's no discounts. People are going to pay what that product costs because they want the product, because they want to be the audience that has that product and can afford to buy it. It's a status symbol in effect. And we're not trying to be status symbols, but the logic still holds, is that there are people out there who will pay what you want to charge for your services. And that isn't everybody, and that doesn't matter. You're not trying to connect with all the people. You're trying to find and connect with a big enough audience of the right people for the product you serve. So once you've defined what you do, once you've got that really accurately and well understood, then think about who is the ideal audience for that product. And look for them specifically, because your message will connect with them. Your pricing probably won't matter too much to them because they want you, because you're the expert at that, and you'll have a much more solid and meaningful and successful long-term business development strategy. Hope that helped. Again, as I always say, do please like and subscribe. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, please. It helps me to get this message out to more people. Check out my website. That's full of other ways that I can help you and other information that you're more than welcome to use. Check out the podcast if you like to get your material via audio. It's the audio from this video put on Spotify as a podcast. There's a link in the show notes. Have a great week, and I'll speak to you soon. Cheers.